Hello everyone. I just wanted to do a small guided meditation with you this morning. What it's going to entail is channeling the energy of certain flowers, which you can find in the wild here in the UK. And hopefully using those energies just to balance you and to heal you with a specific focus on the heart chakra. Really just trying to get you stable and ready for the day. So what we're going to do first is take a deep breath in for the land, holding the air in your lungs for a little moment, then breathing out. And another deep breath for the sky. And last of all, another deep breath for the oceans that surround us. Alrighty. Next, what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to come down to your feet. And I'm going to ask you to imagine yourself growing roots down from the soles of your feet, down, down, through the foundations of the building, down through the cement, down through the ground to the very core of things. And they're going to crawl over various minerals and stones, two of which I am going to give you just now. I am going to give you the black obsidian, and rest it at your feet. And I'm going to give you a gorgeous red carnelian, which I am also going to rest at your feet. And these two stones are going to ground you as your roots come up over them, and then intuitively find the roots of Yggdrasil, the world tree, and they entangle with them, and you draw up the energy of that tree into you. And now that's done, I would like to call in the cardinal directions. To the north, the land of ancestors. To the east, the land of promise. To the south, the land of heat. And to the west, the land of the waters. We ask that you come in now, great spirits, to assist us. And I would also like at this time to call in the spirits of Inari, Japanese god or goddess of abundance, to help us in this healing, and also to lend us a fox guide who we're going to be meeting very shortly. and lastly the spirits of the land, the fairies. And while we're doing this, I'm going to lastly give you some Unikite to ground you in this moment. Now, Unikite is a very energized stone. It's more about being present, and it will keep you present for the duration of this session. Now close your eyes, friend. We're going to start in a woodland grove, and I want you to imagine that you're sitting on a very ancient log which fell many, many years ago. You don't have any shoes on, but the ground is soft. You can feel all the little sticks and the mud and the wholeness of the earth between your toes. A gentle wind is blowing and it's cool, but it's gentle. Around September time, that kind of breeze where you're just gently nestled by it, and gently cooled by it and calmed. And it's around, shall we say, a late evening. The gentle amber light is falling through the trees. And as you look around you, you see there is a big yew tree, E-O, standing near you. And I'm going to put that symbol into you now. E-O. E-O. The distance healing symbol of Celtic Reiki. So you can come back to this meditation at any point in time or space, and it will heal you. And also around are the trees, gentle round trees, quickening. Luis. And I want you to sit here for a moment. But as you sit here, you are becoming aware that you are not alone. In fact, there is a gentle rustling just through the trees. So you look a little bit closer, leaning forward on your log, and you look. And from the trees comes a little fox cub. And he pads up over to you. He's not afraid. And he looks at you with his big yellow eyes, with this degree of absolute certainty. And you know that you're going to have to follow him. So you get up off your log, and he turns around and he pads away at a gentle distance, 4 or 5 feet in front of you, and you follow on. Now as you follow him, you notice there are also little wildflowers growing around. And the first of these that takes your special attention is the pimpernel, which just happens to be growing in a little patch underneath a round tree. Now this is the flower of meetings, of assignation. And you pick one and you hold it, knowing that you have to meet with your true self at this time. Feeling this red, empowering energy down at your root chakra. Feeling it spinning and unlocking, stirring. And I'm going to cleanse that and clear that for you now. Cleansing and clearing. Now high up above, you hear a call, the Kestrel. And you look up, but the trees are still too thick. You can't quite see it, but it's there. And it's calling to you. And the wind blows through the trees. And you can hear the rustling of leaves. And that Kestrel calls again. But you continue on, following on the fox. Underneath the rowan trees. And there are some sycamores whose seeds are gently falling. Just pattering down around you like rain. Now next, you find your feet coming up against some little buttercups. And these are, of course, little childlike flowers. And you pick one, and you hold it under your chin. But you already know you love butter. And its gentle, warm, yellow glow soothes you, brings you back to happy memories of childhood. It is the flower of gentleness, and it soothes your emotional center right down there at your sacral chakra. Just opening that up now, gently spinning, channeling the energy, cleansing and clearing. Following on your fox guide, you can hear the spirits of the forest all around you. Moving around, sending you blessings as the trees begin to thin. And now you're seeing birch trees with their fine white bark coming off like paper. I'm going to put that symbol into you now. Beth. Beth. The birch tree. The tree of inception, of new beginnings and entranceways to the forest. And coming out here, you see that it leads out into a big flower meadow. And your fox turns and looks at you very cheekily for a second. And he tells you, well, you have the chance before they tailor off. Take a fern. From the forest. And this will be with you for shelter as we move out where it's perhaps a little bit breezier, out into the meadow. And he says also, maybe a dandelion, which is growing there at your feet, and which we will remember is a flower of staying true. And these respectively are going to treat your solar plexus and your heart chakra. The dandelion staying true to yourself, the fern sheltering your heart, your tender heart. And you notice as your feet move through the damp of the flowers that have been gently sprinkled with rain, that you're coming to an incline, and you see it is in fact a hillside, gently sloping down, and you decide, well, we've come pretty far, so we'll take a little seat here and look out as evening falls and take in the view. The leaves are just turning. There are big oaks over the hedgerows, old fences, and sheep just padding around in farmlands down below. And beside you, you notice some little forget-me-nots, which you pick to always remember to treat yourself well, and perhaps of old loves, not necessarily of people, but of things and activities that you enjoyed in your youth. And your fox guide now comes up to you and nuzzles you and lies beside you, and now you hear again through the rush of the leaves the call of the Kestrel, flying high up in the sky now. And the Kestrel's energy comes down into you. The energy of precision, of clear seeing. And you can perceive in your very core soul your true nature, the emptiness of things. The energies that flow through all, just gently losing yourself in the landscape. And you look down and you see a cornflower. which of course we will remember, hid Queen Louise's children from Napoleon, their little wreaths of blue flowers. And they're going to hide you. All your anxieties, all your cares, all your worries. These little blue flowers will wrap you up in this landscape and keep them from you. And lastly, the Kestrel soars around, circling in the sky, and you find that it's coming down, and in its claw, from its claw, it drops a tiny little white flower. And this is the Nightshade, the enchanter's Nightshade, named for the Greek goddess Circe. And it's going to satisfy all your spiritual needs with utmost clarity. So you sit here and you watch evening fall with the fox and the kestrel flying high. Friends among the flowers come, rise up from your beds, and find me here beneath the shade, and kiss my weary head. Friends among the flowers come, and whisper me your song. The willow leaves and autumn breeze will gladly sing along. Friends among the flowers come, your feet all damp with dew, and dancing on the river stones of waters shimmering blue. Friends among the flowers come, I give this wandering heart, blessed with the scents of spring and the strength of winter's bark. Friends among the flowers come, from this amber evening air. Forgive this traveler's trespasses, and hear his humble prayer. We're going to close now the auric field. Offer up a blessing to the cardinal directions, to Inari, to the fox spirits who helped us, to the great Kestrel, and the spirits of the forest and land. Thank you, friends. And thank you for joining me with this guided meditation.